Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining us here on THV 11 Plus. I'm Hayden Balgavy.
And I'm Karen Fuller.
I'm meteorologist Tracy Bean.
Good morning, I'm Ashley King. Hope you're having a great start to the day. Halfway through the week.
Halfway through the week, here we go.
I had to think about that for a second after I said it. I'm like, wait, is it Wednesday? It is.
And it's pretty decent weather, Tracy.
Yeah, so far we are looking, and the good news is it's not really impacting anything on traffic.
That's good.
As well.
That's good. I like me some clear
No
traffic.
delays.
So I thought last week was just going to be the anomaly because, hey, it's holiday week, a bunch of people taking off too, but still, we're doing okay this week.
Not too bad.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Extended vacations or just good
that.
driving?
Well, you were off on Monday.
I was off on Monday. There's no school buses.
It was a little bit crazy on Monday.
Well, it was crazy on Monday.
Right.
Okay, that's good. I was snoozing.
Yes.
You weren't a part of the problem.
Hey, listen, the only traffic I had was the dogs going through the doggy door, me going to the kitchen for breakfast. There's my traffic right there.
And Tanner waiting for you to get up.
Yeah, I was sleeping. I was sleeping. Well, Tanner and Mom are probably still asleep because daycare, teacher.
Yeah, the biggest issue this morning is there is some construction in Jacksonville that's happening.
Okay.
So there are 15-minute interval stops that are happening there around Vandenberg on I-57. But look at this beautiful view of downtown Little Rock. This is I-30 looking over at 630, and as you can see, it's just super smooth this morning. No major accidents are happening around the metro right now. So your drive into work, if you're heading downtown, shouldn't be bad at all. We're looking at the map. No accidents, no delays right now. It is 7:02, so a little bit early for any major delays in those usual spots. But your drive times into downtown Little Rock from Conway, 22 minutes, Cabot, 20 minutes, Benton, Alcoa exit, just 18 minutes if you take I-30 all the way into downtown Little Rock. So it looks pretty good, Tracy.
Yeah, luckily we are starting out again with a little bit of break in these clouds. We started out with really overcast skies this morning. It looked like it might be a bit of a dreary day, but I thought we might see a little sunshine. It's going to be hit or miss today, but just taking a look again over our beautiful city. Look at that river shot. It's gorgeous. And again, no impacts this morning as far as the weather goes. We are starting out at 73 and a little sunshine here and there. That humidity is a little thick out there, right around, 99, 100%. It's trying real hard this morning, and the winds have picked up just a little bit, around 7 miles per hour. So we'll take that little breeze there. 73 in Central Arkansas, a lot of 70s across the state. We're going to continue to see those temperatures rise as we're heading into the afternoon, but not quite as warm as what we've seen. We're really only going to bump up into the upper 80s today. We could see a very isolated shower or storm today. I'm not expecting much. I think most folks will remain dry, but those afternoons ahead, they are soaring into those mid 90s. We're jumping up above our average, and then it's just kind of sit around there for a little while in those lower to mid 90s as we're heading into next week. And that dew point's coming up, the humidity's going up, and that means the heat index is going up as well. We'll talk more about that and exactly how hot it's going to feel coming up in my forecast.
We begin with the newest information this morning on the aftermath of the deadly flooding in central Texas over the July 4th weekend. Authorities say the number of the people killed is expected to rise even more.
Officials now confirming at least 110 deaths and more than 160 people still unaccounted for. This comes after extreme rainfall causing the rivers to rise to historic levels last Friday.
And pressure is mounting on local and state officials over the lack of early warnings. Naomi Ruckham has the latest.
So this is the water line here on the front door. So my stepdad was in here sleeping.
John Vineyard says his stepfather was rescued by firefighters as floodwaters rushed inside his Ingram, Texas home on July 4th. That was after his mother, Colleen Lucas, had hurried home from work to warn her husband about the catastrophic conditions, but was unable to reach him.
Grabbed a hold of the door, put one foot out, and the water was up to here.
Saved from the flood, the family must now put their lives and home back together again.
Don't even know where to start, where to begin. It's devastating.
A few miles away in Kerrville Tuesday, an emotional city council meeting.
I wish to God there was a way we could have warned them.
That's the question local officials continue to face in the aftermath of this tragedy, which has been blamed for more than 100 deaths.
All those questions will be answered, but the priority right now is bringing people home.
Search and rescue teams continue the grueling task of finding those who are still missing, including 5 children and a young counselor from Camp Mystic.
It happened so quickly that no one really had time.
Sisters Lily and Paige Kummerfeld evacuated the all-girls camp, but survival has taken an emotional toll.
I feel guilty that we were so safe and oblivious while they were living hell on earth.
The sisters say they owe their lives to the brave first responders whose work is far from over. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
As rescue efforts continue, 24 members of Arkansas's Army National Guard are now in Texas helping with the flood rescue there. This comes after Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent an emergency declaration to Governor Sanders requesting aid. The team took 4 Black Hawk helicopters to use for aerial search and rescue missions. Colonel Sean Keeter says while getting called to help in other states isn't new, with a tragedy like this, it's a responsibility they take very seriously.
That's why we sign up for this specific component to do what we do. Helping and assisting our neighbors, our family members, our friends, other states in these tragic environments like that. It is tragic. Our hearts go out to them. I'm a parent, I'm a father. I can only imagine from that perspective as well. And all of our guys see it the same way.
As far as how long this unit will be in Texas, Colonel Keeter says right now they are scheduled to stay through Saturday. However, he does say that could change if Governor Abbott decides they are needed for longer than that period.
The emergency response group Sheepdog Impact Assistance is making plans to send a disaster team to the flood zone next week. The Arkansas-based group is to leave Rogers early Sunday morning, and once they get there, members say they'll spend 5 days delivering supplies to flood victims and clearing debris from roads. The Sheepdog organization is one that gives former first responders and veterans a chance to keep on serving, using the skills they learned in uniform to help communities recover from natural disasters.
Now a closer look at an important story we have been following. The historic St. Joseph Center, closed since March, unfortunately now set for the wrecking ball.
And we're hearing from leaders of the North Little Rock landmark. THV 11's Tamer Knight joins us with how they're working to hold on to some history of it. Tamer?
Well, good morning, Hayden and Karen. The St. Joseph Center has stood for more than a century on a hill overlooking Camp Robinson. But after severe damage from a wildfire in March, the Catholic Diocese of Little Rock announced the 56,000 square foot building will soon be coming down. Now supporters are reflecting on its rich history and looking for ways to preserve its legacy. For many in North Little Rock, it's more than just a building. The St. Joseph Center has been a cornerstone of the community for 115 years. Built in 1910 as an orphanage, it served generations as a school, nursing home, and community center. The board of the nonprofits that manages the property is meeting this week to discuss the next steps. Despite the loss, though, members say they focus on the future and the center's ongoing mission.
It's really hard not to just throw up your hands and go, ah, and kind of already did that with the fire. But now with the news of the demolition, we're just looking for a new path forward. And we've got a lot of creative and innovative people, resilient folks that I believe can help make that happen.
Now, despite the uncertainty, officials say the center's mission continues. The forum stand remains open, a rare urban forum combining agriculture, livestock, and community outreach. It's donated thousands of pounds of produce to help curb hunger in Central Arkansas. Volunteers are working to restore programs impacted by the fire. So while a historic building may soon be gone, the legacy of service and community at St. Joseph Center lives on. Tamer Knight, THV 11 News.
Well, you heard it firsthand right there. Resilient group.
Yes, and the mission will continue. We are continuing to break down the impact of President Trump's signature spending legislation known as the Big Beautiful Bill. Financial experts warn that the newly passed bill by Congress will affect low-income earners making less than $18,000 a year, saying they could lose nearly $900 per year, roughly 3% of their income. That's because they pay little in federal taxes but depend heavily on benefits. For middle-income households, CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says outcomes will vary, with some people gaining, others may lose, and it all comes down to individual circumstances.
If you get tip income, some of your tip income, you'll take a deduction for that. If you work overtime, you'll get a deduction for that. If you are a homeowner in a high tax state, the SALT, the state and local tax deduction, goes from $10,000 to $40,000.
Some middle income earners could benefit if they take out auto loans, as the bill allows them to deduct a portion of that interest. It also makes the increased child tax credit permanent and offers a new tax deduction of up to $6,000 for seniors ages 65 and older. A quick heads up, starting today, state and local police will be out in force with extra patrols for the Speeding Slows You Down campaign. Nationwide, speeding factored into nearly 12,000 deaths just last year in Arkansas and contributed to 1 in 5 traffic fatalities. Both state troopers and local officers are joining together as part of this crackdown.
7-Eleven this Wednesday morning, one of the Little Rock Zoo's biggest days of the year, is back. This Saturday, Dollar Day returns with $1 admission for all guests. Admission and parking will cost you only $1. Highland Dairy helps make the promotion possible. Crowds are expected, so make sure to be driving carefully. And of course, if you're around Fair Park this weekend, be prepared for the heat. And while you're there, you can check out some creatures on display, some new ones. I'd call it a creature. A brand new Komodo dragon exhibit open to the public this week. It's all part of the zoo's Hidden Corners of the World exhibit in the Reptile House.
I was reading about this dragon. It is in the large reptile family.
It is very
the
large.
larger ones.
Yeah.
So you'll have to take Tanner to see it, something new.
We'll see if he wants to see the Komodos. I don't know. I'd look a little scared, although he's very brave. He's braver than me.
What can I say? Is he timid?
Oh,
No,
share
he's
your
not.
secret
No.
about the reptile area, because folks.
Well, I'll
who
tell you,
go-
the AC's pumping in the reptile house. So if you're a
good
parent, we're all going to be cramped in there on Saturday. But Dollar Day is really cool. We're members, so we go all the time too. But to be able to have that Dollar Day, and I mean,
And parking too.
Yeah, parking's great because I think parking's like $3. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, but it's a dollar on dollar
It's
day.
a dollar on dollar day,
Yeah,
and so
and-
take advantage and go.
Little Rock Community Day, when it's $2, if you're a Little Rock
nice.
resident, is always packed. So I can't imagine $1 a day where
yeah.
anyone can go for $1
With a new Komodo dragon.
Exactly. They're just doing a lot of work there. So to improve
Tracy,
the
what's
zoo.
your favorite part of the zoo? What exhibit area?
I like it when it's cool. No,
Yes, go to the reptile area.
Yeah, I love the gorillas actually. Love the gorillas.
Yeah, they're lots of fun. You never know what they're up to.
It's been a while since I've been to the zoo. So I'm going to have to try that
Well, you
out.
can do the carousels. Well, the carousel's been there for like 105,
Yes.
110 years. So if you need a little breeze, take the
Yeah.
kiddos on the carousel. Now, there's a little creaking going on. It's pretty old school. But
I've
it
run-
is fun.
It's not gonna
There
throw
we
you
go.
off.
You're not going to get thrown off and injured. You're going to be fine.
No, you're good. But it's cool if you go to the carousel and read the history behind it.
Because
and
I
how long
remember
it's been
riding
here.
that as I was a kid.
amazing.
Isn't that
So-
cool?
The history is so cool, and they're doing so much at the zoo where, granted, it's awesome, and I love it, and we love it left and right.
What time does the zoo open again?
9 a.m.
All right,
9
there you
a.m.
go.
Well, let me tell you, traffic so far has been going about the pace of, not the carousel, because the carousel goes about a mile an
5
hour.
miles an hour.
So we're zooming compared to that carousel today.
Not doing too bad. We are watching here. It's not pulled up, but yeah, Tracy to the rescue. She's running over there. Sometimes it pops off for a second. But this is James Street, the James Street exit on I-57 in Jacksonville, looking north. As you can see, all of those orange barrels because they're doing some work right here. Today until Friday, expect 15-minute intermittent closures on all of the southbound lanes here at I-57. They're doing that at John Hardin and TP White Drive between Vandenberg Boulevard and North James Street. And the closures are for some of the bridge work that they are doing. But again, that's until Friday. And also just stay aware of these lane changes and remember to slow down in these construction zones. It looks like people are zooming right along there, Hayden, going through those construction zones. So be careful. Looking at the metro, things look pretty good right now. We're seeing green, no red. We want to see green across the map. That means there are no accidents and there are no slowdowns right now. So it looks pretty good, Tracy.
Yeah, luckily we're not having any impacts from the weather this morning either, so that's making things move along just a little bit more smooth. We did have some rain showers pass through in the overnight hours, but they were all out of here by the time everyone was getting on the road. A little patchy fog here and there, but nothing that really should impact you too much here in central Arkansas. A few clouds are getting a little break and we're starting to see a little blue sky, but again, mostly cloudy skies. We're looking at 73 to start your morning off today. We are going to continue to see a few of those scattered to isolated showers for today and tomorrow. Today's going to be very isolated. isolated. I think most folks will stay dry if you get one of those random showers. You could have a heavy downpour, but again, we're not expecting anything like what we had yesterday. A high today only around 89, and then we're going to start to see that temperature heading on up, and we're going to see those scattered showers for Thursday as well. Friday's looking pretty good. Again, the heat's really going to start to come in. We're going to see those rain chances decrease as we're heading into the weekend. We have a frontal boundary pushing in on Sunday. Now, it's not necessarily going to do anything besides give us a few little showers, but it is going to kind of top out those temperatures and keep them in those low to mid 90s as we're heading into early next week. But things are heating up, and they're going to feel a lot warmer too. We'll talk more about that in my forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.